Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Data Platform Women in Tech and Data Platform DEI Mental Health and Wellness Day. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Redgate, SQL Gene Training. We are also a supporter of Tracy Baggiano and her work with the Foster Family Alliance. She is a foster superhero and works with a lot of families in the North Carolina area to help the children and youth. We will be getting a donation from Redgate to help her with her work. If you're interested in learning more, here's their website and their email address. We would like to start with a disclaimer that this is a community event. We are not sharing medical advice. This is not a substitute for treating any physical or mental issues that you may have. Excuse me. If you are having any types of issues that you feel that you need to have additional support, please seek the help of a licensed healthcare professional.
All right, good morning. My name is Josh Smith. My pronouns are they and them. I am a database administrator, and I think more importantly today, I'm also an Aikido instructor. I've got about 14 years experience in that particular art. And I do want to reiterate that I am not a healthcare professional in any way, shape, or form. So just like in the in-between disclaimers, this is not a replacement for healthcare. But what I want to talk to you about today is breathwork, and we're going to talk about the potential benefits that actually working on your breath can provide back to you. And then take a moment to actually do that, because I think that it's important. If you want to connect with me out on socials, you can find me on LinkedIn at Josh Smith DBA, or via email at josh@accidentalDBA.com, or you can find me on Mastodon at SQL Deployed Helmet at tech.lgbt. So again, yeah, this session is really, my slides aren't advancing. I'm trying to do this manually. My apologies. So I do want to talk a little bit about, like I said, breathwork. So our brains are amazing things, right? They do all this stuff for our body, just that we don't have to consciously think about, like breathing and digesting and all of those things. But the other problem with our amazing brains and how cool they are is that sometimes that they are amazingly idiotic, right? So we have these brains that trained us to survive and make it to where we are today as an individual person or even as a society. And one of those things is really tightly tied to breathing, right? When we find ourselves in situations that are stressful, like perhaps there is a tiger or a danger tool, snake in the room, or otherwise, things that will keep us safe. And one of those ways is we will start to have automatic responses, and the brain is great at that. We've been trained for hundreds of thousands and millions of years to have these reactions that maybe don't serve us as well as they used to anymore. So when we find ourselves in those dangerous situations, right, our breathing will get shallow. Our body starts to turn off different parts that it decides are less important, so that it can focus on protecting itself, like either running away or fighting or those sorts of things. So it starts cutting off blood supply to things that it decides are completely extraneous, like our digestive tract, or sending more oxygen into our muscles so we're ready to do things. But the problem is that often it goes the other way around too. When our body notices that we start to have some of those reactions that it associates with that fight or flight response, it decides that that's actually what's happening. So if we stop breathing or don't pay attention or those sorts of things, our body will start to almost have some of those same reactions as well and go into that fight or flight mode automatically. And that could be triggered by every day that you find your developers putting no lock into your dating environment. It could be you've got a really stressful conversation that you need to have with a coworker or your manager or friends or family in your life. And it is less helpful to have less oxygen to your brain or your digestive tract or all those things in the situations, because none of that's actually going to keep you safe. But what actually is useful and helpful is to train the body how to calm down. And so there's been some studies out there about how focusing just on your breath can start to override some of those reactions and provide a lot of other secondary benefits to yourself in your daily life. And so what they have found is that doing focused breath work allows for increased oxygen in the bloodstream, which means that all of your organs are getting the supplies that they need from your body, from your brain to your gut to your spleen. You're going to have a better balanced blood pressure. It's going to be lower. It's going to be not quite so high. You're going to possibly spend more time in deep sleep and be better rested. Practicing your breathing can improve just your overall respiratory function. It can have beneficial effects on your immune system, so you're better able to fight off infection and those sorts of things. Focusing on your breathing actually can train your body to deal with the stress hormones that get into your body when you do find yourself in situations where you're stressed out. So you can kind of clear that out and allow your body to reset and realize that there is not a tiger in the room sitting across from you. It can reduce your anxiety or depression symptoms in some cases, although I will again stress that I am not a medical professional or a mental health professional, but I have found in my own personal life that focused breath work can absolutely help me and myself. Your mileage may vary, but I would encourage you to at least try it. When we focus on our breath and bringing that into our body and recentering, we can find that we are better able to focus on tasks that we need to do and are less distractible. And overall, the benefit of having that better oxygen flow into our body and access to those resources and the reduction of stress can just overall improve our outlook. It just make us feel better about what's going on. If it doesn't make us feel better about what's going on, we at least feel like we can cope with it better. So I do want to take one moment to say again, breath work is important. It's really easy, but if you experience any of these symptoms today or at any other time when you were attempting to do this, please stop and take care of your body. Your body knows better than us, even when we're trying to override those fight or flight responses. Our body is going to be giving us important signals that we want to listen to. So if in the course of doing breath work you find yourself that you are getting dizzy, or you start having tingling sensations in your hands or feet, or your heartbeat becomes irregular, or your muscles start spasming, if you experience any sort of change in vision, particularly from like a lack of oxygen, please just return to regular breathing. It's okay. Also, if you start to hear sort of like a ringing in your ears, any of those symptoms, please just stop and possibly seek medical attention depending on the severity of that. But with that being said, I just want to move into a moment and take some time, either this morning if you're West Coast, wherever you are in the day, to take a moment to just stop. And we're going to do some focused breathing that I will lead you through. So just take a moment. If you want to get comfortable, if you want to put your chair up, if you would like to stand up, that is good as well. You can do this, like I said, seated in a chair. You can sit on the or either like cross-legged or kneeling position, however you're comfortable. If you're standing, please make sure that your knees are slightly bent and your body is relaxed. And if you're ready, we're just going to go ahead and start. I am going to back up just a little bit because I'm going to incorporate a little bit of movement into this. We're just going to breathe and let our bodies relax. We're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill up our bellies, let that expand and hold it. And then we're going to breathe out through our mouth.
God, these things were created.
You can close your eyes. There's not really anything to look at this point in time. We're going to breathe in again. Hold it. Long breaths in. Really let that breath fill your whole body. Imagine that air is coming not into just your lungs and filling your belly and lungs, but extending all the way out into your legs and arms and fingertips, if you can visualize that. And then breathe out. When you breathe out, you want to spend extra time thinking about all of those places where maybe you're feeling tense. Just let those go. And we're going to do like incorporate some movement. We're going to breathe in and raise up our arms. Just keep extending that breath all the way through your body and out. And hold. And then breathe out, slowly releasing. Should start to feel a lot of your muscles relax and let go. And breathe in. And out. And in. In. Hold. Just let everything rest. Let your breathing return to normal. Just in and out as your body needs. If your eyes closed, you can go ahead. Let's do that. Just to breathe. Your bodies. I'm feeling a little bit of what else going on in the day. That stress that you built up in want to go, ready to enjoy the families, relax for that evening. If you want to do more practice breathwork, I would recommend finding resources in your community. You can find a lot of places that will help you focus on breathwork. Will be yoga instructors or yoga programs, meditation centers. So like Zen meditation does a lot of focus on breath in their meditation that will allow you to work on that. Or even if you're looking for something that's real next, something like Aikido or Tai Chi, again, has a real strong focus on where your breath is and what you're doing at any given moment. And so, if this has been helpful or a nice break for you, I would encourage you to seek out those other opportunities, even just to take what we did today and when you realize that you just need to take a moment and step back and that there is not really a tiger in the room with you. Take 2 or 3 deep breaths, let them fill your body, and let them back out, and then realize that it's probably just your cat on the bed behind you. So thank you for letting me share this with you today. Thank you to Kamala and Leslie and Tracy and everyone else for putting this together and hosting, and all of our sponsors. And with that, you're ready to hand it back over